In this video, let's discuss some facts about restaurant business. Number one, running restaurant is like running the entire company. You have to manage everything from goods ordering, managing people, managing the operations to serve best product and services to the customers, and you have to be able to execute the marketing to be able to grow the business, and you have to manage the finance and accounting to make sure that the businesses are generating the profit for you or for the company. Number two, location is everything. As you might notice in your place that all these popular brands such as Starbucks, McDonald's, KFC, and any other popular brands, they're all located at the best possible location for their branches, because it's very critical, very important for the restaurant business to be located at the right place. And if you get it wrong, it's not possible to change, and it's a huge investment to make for certain locations. You have to do the construction, you have to do the decorations, and you have to make a lot of investment to get it right. And it's so crucial that some people even say that if you get the right location, chances of success is more than 50%. And if you get it wrong, then it's going to be zero. That's why even the most successful one, they can't risk the bad locations or not suitable locations for their branches. Number three, products must be outstanding. When you sell the foods, the very basic requirement for the foods is tastiness or delicious. It's not delicious, then why would people try it in the first place? And if they try it once and it's not delicious, regardless of the look and feel, it's not going to be sustainable. So that's why taste is very important in terms of making the best products for your restaurant. And second is, nowadays it's a social media world, and people want to share their stuff. People want to share what they eat. People want to share pretty much everything about themselves. So food is actually part of their lifestyle. So they like to share. So meaning that the food that they consume needs to look great, because they tend to take photos and share it on social media. So it has to be photogenic in a way that will be suitable for the millennial customer. And of course, quality. Nowadays, people do care about the quality and the foods that they put into their body, and people are becoming more and more conscious about the quality of the food to make sure that they keep good health and feel good about it. Number four, QSCV. They stand for quality, service, cleanliness, and value. And these are very critical for success, especially if you are thinking about franchising, or even if you don't think about franchising. It's very important that you keep these qualities at your restaurants to be able to maintain the customer satisfaction for the product and services that you provide. And the first thing is, of course, the quality. Food quality must be standard, it has to taste exactly the same, and it has to be exact same portion every single time you serve to the customer. And of course, secondly, it's service. And either your food's so great and your service is bad, it's not going to be sustainable in the long run, because people pay for the foods more than they actually worth, and because they pay for the service as well. And if you don't provide good service, then chances are that people will just walk away from your restaurant, because there are many options for consumers nowadays. And third, of course, cleanliness. Restaurant must be clean, period, inside and out. Kitchen, service area, it has to be clean. And if you just face one single incident going to the restaurant and you figure that restaurant is not clean, chances are that you're not going to go to that restaurant again. It's very important, and it shows the first impression of the customer as well. And if they experience it good in a clean environment, it's likely that that customer will be your loyal customer or repeated customer for the restaurant. And of course, the value that you provide to the consumer or customer should be equal to the amount that they spend. Nowadays, people really do care about the value. It comes in the form of tastiness, it comes in the form of experience, it comes in the forms of services. It all combines it into the experience, or it all combines it into the form where people perceive as the value that they actually get. So remember, quality, service, cleanliness, and value for the restaurant. Number 5, the maximum net profit that you can make from the restaurant business is 20% per month. And payback period about 2 years or more. Let's say you invest $200,000 for your restaurants and you target to make $51,000 sales, and there will be raw material costs, which on average is 40%, but some brands like McDonald's, KFC's, they are able to make up to 30%, so less than that. And the gross profit, let's say 60%. This is on average. This is industry average, 60%. And as I said, the Starbucks, all these global chains, they are able to make up to 70% or more. So in our case, let's assume that 60%. And then there will be labor costs, 15%, and there will be controllable costs that includes condiments, repair, marketing, etc. And then there will be uncontrollable costs that includes rent, utility fee, and any other fees that you cannot change, like depreciation, etc. And then you'll be left with 15%, right? 15%, and that 15%, if you multiply or if you divided the total investment that you made, well, that takes 26 months. So this is very general case, and a lot of restaurants fall into this, or even worse than this. And it's very important for you to know that once you open it, once you invest in it, the profit will come abundantly. That's not going to happen for many cases. So you just have to be aware of this, the maximum profit that you can make and the payback period for your investment. Number 6, the ultimate goal for a restaurant is of course franchising. Why? Franchising, you don't have to put a lot of investment. You ask other people to invest in the brand or in your restaurants, and you just take franchise fee, which range from 5% to 10%. It depends on the brand, the popularity of the brand, the success of the brand. So every entrepreneur who runs a restaurant, they always think about franchising and scale up the business so that they don't have to carry on the weight of huge investment. They just rely on the franchising business model and become successful. So that's the ultimate goal. That's some facts that you should know before you really get into the business. In the next video, we're going to discuss the pros and cons of franchise and do it yourself. So I'll see you in the next video.